Bam, we're live. Oh, shoot. Darn it. Stand by. Bam, we're live. I went to bed last night at like 9:15. I don't think I actually went unconscious until 11. But it was nice. It was nice being in that position and then sleeping in an extra hour. I think I woke up at 5. I think I'd already tricked myself after doing 3 shows at 6 a.m. Pacific Standard Time that I was ready to go. But man, yesterday I came in like slow. There was a lull. Guys, everyone look at Souza. What he's doing is he's listening to see if he likes the fade out because he made this. And yesterday he's like, how did that work? Hey, there's a button. You have to click this thing that says no loop.
Yeah,
it's funny.
Yeah.
The default is to loop. So every time I started, I just barely got there in time. Anyway, that was good. I like that. Thong song. My wife's like, aren't you guys going to get in trouble for that? I'm like, not in trouble. At most, we'd get a copyright ding. But do we? Like, did you see one pop up already?
I haven't seen it yet.
In the back end?
I think those were good.
Yesterday, I was saying how I never saw anyone. Hi, Caleb.
Good morning.
You can talk with that thing in your mouth? That's awesome. There's got to be a your mom joke in there, right?
Your mom can talk with that thing in her mouth.
Ask your mom the same thing. So yesterday I was like, hey, I've never seen anyone in a suit ever utter a word or a word of wisdom. And then someone said, what about Jordan Peterson? I cannot think if I've ever heard Jordan Peterson utter a word of wisdom. I cannot, and that's why it's important to define it. And I did not define it yesterday. I was just referencing to the characteristics of what wisdom is. But I thought of a good example for you. And it goes along with cultivating these abstract ideas of cultivating space, cultivating self-awareness. There is I'll give you an example. And this is even more. One, I haven't defined it for you, jackass. I haven't been giving you good examples, double jackass. And now I'm going to give you an example that is even further away. It only points to kind of a character. It points to a characteristic of what wisdom is, but I still haven't defined it for you. And I could give you some abstract definition, like it helps you to transcend right and wrong and yes and no. But I don't know if that helps enough. But I'll give you an example. When you've cultivated enough space between your awareness and then this avatar that you're surfing the world with, this Sevan character or this Matt Souza character, when you ask a question, a yes or no question, there would be no difference if the person responded yes or no to someone who has wisdom, to someone who's cultivated space. So if someone, a child, my kids have zero wisdom. So they do stuff like, can I have a toy in the store? And you say they want the answer to be yes. They already have an answer that they want. They've already set themselves up for failure. And you say no, and then they have a reaction to that no, or you say yes, and they have a reaction to that yes. A wise person does not, that's not how they operate. There's a space there. There's no difference in what the person responds. They would never set themselves up for that. They're separate from that play. They point at things. They point into eternity. A wise man points into eternity. Rank of wisdom by character on my screen. Caleb, Souza, Trish, Souza, Sevan. Yeah, probably. Yeah. It's usually the quiet guy who's the wisest. This is a characteristic. It's a fair. Double Souza, then one guy down here. The guy who's talking about it the most is often the guy who's trying to figure that shit out. Who needs to learn it the most. I ain't hating. That's why all these things like fake humility is not wisdom. Fake humility is not wisdom. Wisdom is not something you can fake. There's a ton of things you can fake. A ton of things. Wisdom is one of those things you cannot fake. We will get to the bottom of this. A comment from Ryan Kaut, C-K-A-U-T, just waiting for me on my screen, not even part of the show. This asshole's completely hijacked the show. When Sevan comments about hoping a bunch of money lands on the podcast, when they still have 0 show notes, 0 background info on guest, Slap shows up. What's that mean? Slap shows up. I don't know what that one means. The other stuff I totally understand what it means. 0 background on the guest, 0 show notes. And then on to the next. Oh, what?
Like we do his mom. Slap her up.
Like want to slap your mom up and move on to the next. And then Hope Money arrives, ignores TDC's advice. That's the live shows, like doing people live in here.
I think so.
How about ignoring? I ignored Sousa's advice too, and doing shorts, and Hiller's advice and doing shorts. I'm offended by the fact you should have on there, and most importantly, lose Caleb to a real job. How about that?
I also like how they think that Dave is he's the all-knowing of podcasts. I haven't seen Dave on one podcast other than ours.
I told you guys that story about one time at the CrossFit podcast. I think I just told it a couple days ago, but I'll tell it again. Tommy Marquez comes in and like he was like such a fucking know-it-all. I cannot believe the way he used to fucking talk to me. He would come in and we'd be like 10 shows into the cross podcast. So what's the intention of your podcast? How come you have no intro music? You have no intro music, you have no outro music, and just all these things that he deemed as professional, and like just kind of like he was like I just bought a book, How to Have a Successful Podcast. And he said to me, and I'd be like, well, my one of my hopes is, and you have to remember at this time, like I'm running the media department at CrossFit Inc. He's just a fucking employee, like maybe 3 tiers down from me, down, DOWN,
below.
Yeah, in the chain of command. And he would say, oh, so what's your point of the podcast? I'm like, well, I'm hoping that I can bring any guest on here, and through the conversation, it can be interesting and enjoyable for anyone, that everyone has a story that's worth hearing. And I hope to like elicit that from them. He goes, well, you're very far off from that. I was like, damn.
There is nothing constructive.
Oh my God.
Nothing
oh my
constructive.
God.
Hey, we'll give
well, I just go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say I forgot the other dude's name who just commented. I was like, at least he gave some actionable items.
Ryan, yeah, Ryan.
Right.
These are. I don't think these might be true. Can you imagine if we put zero? What if we put show notes down and all of a sudden Toastmasters like, hey,
boom,
we're gonna allow you give away tomorrow a nude picture of Danielle Brandon on your show. That's our first like. All she's going to be wearing is a pair of Toastmasters.
Yeah.
You're like, holy shit. Why are you guys jumping on board? Well, I noticed you had show notes.
I'm just like background information on your guest.
Dude, he might be right. All the thing is those guys might be right.
Do you want to see his YouTube channel?
Who? Ryan Couch?
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. What's he got? Is he killing it?
Watch, he's killing it.
So good, dude.
Look, West Side. Let me tell you, isn't there some sort of like rule, like how you can't wear a West Side shirt? That's like me wearing a UFC shirt, dude.
Well, I mean,
you're not allowed to wear that.
He said after 1 month of hospitalization.
Oh, all right.
And he's got a walker behind him, so maybe he had some sort of
Oh, those are aspirational goals.
Maybe he had some sort of hip or something like that issue.
Vertical eye. Oh wow, that's intense. Hey, I ain't hating on the dude. Like you can not have a great like you can. He's just a dude who's probably just using the YouTube platform just to hold videos for him. I ain't hating on him for nothing.
Hey,
and I don't even mind those comments, by the way. Ryan, I'm not mad at you. These are all do everything you're saying. I wish we had. I wish we had show notes. I think Caleb does show notes sometimes. I wish I had time to do background guests. I'm too busy like reorganizing the 100 pairs of shoes I have in my closet all the time to do that. But this, and I wish I sometimes like I kind of want to have a live guest. I set it up, but like, yeah. So I ain't hating.
Thank you for the feedback.
Thank you. Yes, to you and to Tommy. Hey, maybe that should be the chocolate dong song instead of the thong song.
Now we're talking.
Yeah.
Now we're talking.
Oh my goodness. How about this? Hey, Sevan, I'm from Australia, and you're mostly right about our healthcare crisis in Australia. My very fit, healthy 70-year-old father had a heart attack a few days back. One day later, he was having surgery and got 2 stents put in. He watched the news and believed their lies and had 4 jabs. Oh, no. He asked the doctor if his jab related, and the doctor said he couldn't say.
Legally.
My father believes now. If it's emergency like, then this will get you in other non-essential for sure. Oh, man. Thank you for your good work. Keep spreading the truth. I paraphrased a little bit. Wow. Okay. Do you guys remember the guest we had? When I say you guys, do you guys think I'm talking to you and Caleb? Do you two, or do you think I'm talking to the audience?
I think it's a collective of all of us.
Okay.
It's just one big group.
I don't even know. I said you guys. I'm like, wait, who am I talking to?
Whoever gives the answer. That's.
Do you remember when we had the guy on and he schooled me on gorillas? Maybe it was Chaffee, but that basically they eat a bunch of greens and then they have bacteria in their gut that consumes those greens, and then that bacteria takes a deuce in your gut, and that deuce is the protein.
Yeah, I do remember that.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh shit, like wow. And that's how they get their protein. And so if you were to kill that bacteria in those gorillas, they'd be toast.
Yeah, with like Lucky Charms or something.
Diet. I'll have a Diet Coke and 3,000 branches of that bush over there.
Dead. No more protein.
I don't know. By the way, I'm making that up. I don't know if Diet Coke kills bacteria. Oh, here we go. Trish, just adding in a bit of Trish stuff. They have like 5 miles of digestive tract. I just want you. So I want to show you, just like get you guys thinking about something real quick here. Jesus, nothing else. Perspective, Native Americans, Columbus. Wait, hold on. It must be on the other end. It must be down. I'm going down to the bottom of the list, Caleb. In the 500s.
522.
I swear. Oh yeah, 522. Yeah, the one that says gorilla protein. Yeah. So check this out. So this is basically what Chaffee told us when he was on the show, but it's kind of cool hearing it here.
There's no such thing as protein. Bonnie, think about the gorilla. What protein is he getting?
He gets his protein from the 18 kilograms of vegetation that he eats every single day, enters the very specific gut macrobiome with bacteria that gorillas have that humans do not have, that breaks down the cellulose in a very, very certain way and converts it and synthesizes amino acids, which are essentially proteins. You can try to eat like a gorilla all you want. You're not going to end up looking like a gorilla. You're going to end up looking very skinny and very ill looking like these guys. And you're going to start believing things like protein doesn't exist.
You know, there's no.
Okay. So now we have what our, we see what they're doing, right? They're eating vegetation and we're tripping. We're like, hey, how come we have to eat animals and these fuckers don't? And then somehow, maybe we can trust scientists into believing this whole this idea that vegetation is eaten by a bacteria in their stomach and produces amino acids, right? Sounds believable, right?
Mm-hmm.
Some sort of like cohabitation, right? Like those fish that swim around the sharks and like are swimming through their gills and shit, and they're not getting eaten by the shark. Like they got something figured out. Sean M, food is not real. Different. We're gonna need an expert. Okay. And then I read this book recently called The Moth and the Iron Lung, and basically what they were trying to explain is that if you put arsenic and lead into a person's mouth and they eat it on a regular basis, what it does is it destroys their gut and it destroys their intestines and it destroys their stomach, and basically what ends up happening is that matter in your dietary tract, whatever that is, between your fucking mouth and your anus, it's supposed to, that food, that stuff that goes in there is supposed to be protected from entering your bloodstream. So that way, if you were to eat some tetanus or some poliococcus or whatever they call that shit, it stops it from getting into your bloodstream and you don't get those diseases. But if you eat arsenic and lead, it breaks down your gut and it starts passing through that, whatever that barrier is, that blood barrier between your intestine and your blood. And then that's how polio is. That's the cause of polio. That's the premise of this book. Caucus. Yeah, the caucus. It's not a really flattering picture of Danny, by the way. It's really not.
You think they should have used a different one?
No, actually, I like it. I think when I see that picture, she's looking at me like I'm a fucking a turkey, and she's holding a fork and a knife in her hand. She wants to eat me. That's what I see in her eyes. Like we're on a desert island together, and she's about to fucking. I turned into a turkey. So that's a believable premise, and you can Google around and you can find all sorts of people who talk about that. Pro-vax, anti-vax, pro-drug, anti-drug. You'll find a lot of people who say, yeah, if you fuck up the gut, and shit starts passing through that wall into your blood, you're fucked. It's not. It's this one is not a stretch either. This gorilla one, I've never heard anyone push against that gorilla one either. Have you?
No, but
No,
I've only
just learned about it.
Yeah, I've only heard it a few spots. Wasn't there a chick who spoke at the DDC, Carrie Gillum, who talked about all of the what's the major chemical company name? Monostat now?
Monsanto?
Monsanto. Because weren't they the ones that were spraying all the crops with harmful chemicals for pesticides?
I don't know if Monsanto was
all this?
around. It started in the 1890s. I don't know if they were around back then. But it was that book says it was all the same stuff they do now. Basically the FDA was in bed with the insecticide companies. And they hired doctors to be like, no, the insecticides are fine in these portions. By the way, Europe outlawed that shit right away as soon as they saw it started killing kids.
Yeah.
At the turn of the century in the 1900s.
Well, we combined our food and drug.
Yeah, smart.
Food and drug. They're virtually the same, so we put them in the same committee. No conflicts there.
Sevan, do you have a P.O. box? No. If you have to mail me something and you haven't figured out my address yet, mail it to Sousa's gym. Or just fucking ask anyone in the chat and they'll tell you my fucking address, unfortunately. But I do appreciate all the presents that have been pouring in. Like you got the chocolate dick back there. Okay, so this is so you guys feel me that there's something that it's not as simple as there's shit going on. By the way, when your kid is born, they do all these tests on your kid. And one of the tests they do, and then to do these tests, they prick the bottom of your kid's foot and they take a little bit of blood. And they can do that like 20 times if your kid's in the hospital. It's kind of crazy. Mm-hmm. And when you have home births, they ask you, hey, do you want to take these tests? And of course, I'm like, no. The reason why I said no is because I looked up the odds of your kids having these sicknesses that they talk about. And it's like, there was like one in California, all those sicknesses combined. There was like one in California the year my kid was born. But as I recall, these sicknesses they're all about enzymes. They're looking for and making sure your kids have the proper enzymes. Bear with me here, so that your child can digest proteins. Because I guess there's this rare thing that kids can be born with, where if they're not that they don't have the ability to digest breast milk or whatever you're feeding them, and that they will examples of tests for amino acid disorders, shit like that, fatty acid disorder, unable to process some sort of food, and then the kid dies, but you don't even know it supposedly. Mm. Yeah, there it is. Fatty acid. With these disorders, the body cannot break down fat and food in order to turn it into energy. Yeah, they're looking for these super rare diseases. And there's a reason why I didn't want my kid pricked on his foot, 15 times in the first 12 hours of being born. You can look up the studies on that too. There's tons of them. So basically, it happens. What I'm telling you is that it's really important. This process, there's some fantastic process in our bodies that when we eat shit, we're able to convert it into energy and we're able to fight off any of the diseases we're putting in our mouth, which are by the millions. My kids walk around like this. And they're on jiu-jitsu mats all day. Like I had something's crazy. There's some crazy army between your mouth and your anus. Call her. Hi.
Hey, can I change subject? Talk about something different?
No, not yet.
All right. I'll wait.
What is it about? Is there nudity in your subject?
CrossFit stuff.
No. Could you call back in 3 minutes?
Sure.
Thank you. So, so I want you to play 519, and I want you to listen to this very carefully. This is fucking crazy. This is a doctor who is checking fucking something called, and you can Google this. There's tons of stuff on this that's not in the wackadoodle world. Tons. Bifidobacteria. It's ubiquitous in all human beings and all over the body. I think it's super duper and fucking important. Go ahead and wiki the fuck out of it. And then also, if you're interested, type in Bifidobacteria autism. Go ahead. We're going to play like 3 minutes of this. Maybe we'll stop periodically. Here we go. Here's the doctor.
I said, well, you know what? Since the agenda is the vaccine, well, let's look at what the vaccine's doing in the microbiome. And that's at the same time as they started rolling these vaccines, I started enrolling doctors that basically were getting vaccinated. And I'm like, can I get your stools before and after you get vaccinated?
Your poop. She's collecting
and
doctor
sure enough,
poop.
people would come to me and they're like, hey, I heard you're testing the microbiome. I want to have my baseline because just in case I change, I want to know what microbes I had before. So I'm like, yeah, happy to do it. So, this study, that was, again, something I undertook myself and paid for myself. By the way, we applied for grants and all that, waste of time, waste of money. So I basically just dumped my money into this trial. So the first 4 patients, I started noticing a month later, the bifidobacteria, this important microbe, is dropping in patients pre and post vaccination. So then I started asking myself, wait a minute, what's going on here? I mean, is it creating a bifidophage? Because this is precision medicine. This is
pause. What's that
forensics.
mean, Kayla, when she says, is it creating a bifidophage?
I don't know. I'm going to go look it up.
Okay.
Let me keep playing it.
Oh, yeah, kid, please. We're only going to play like 1 more minute. There's something she's going to say, and then I'm just going to leave it at this alone. But don't think that she's off course, people. Do not think she's off course.
Of the gut, right? You've got your microbiome this way before, and you've got it after, and it's the same patient, and only a certain group of microbes are getting killed. You got to pay attention. So then, 10, 20, 30, 34 patients later, we're seeing this, killing of the bifidobacteria. And so I wasn't going to first of all, there's no way I was going to publish this because nobody would have taken that. So I decided to submit it to the American College of Gastro as a presentation, as a poster. It got accepted at the American College of Gastro as a poster, and then it won the Best Research Award as a poster. So all my colleagues called me and said, hey, I saw your data. That's incredible. How do you think this is happening? The vaccine's supposed to be, improving your immunity. And we all know bifidobacteria is a huge part of immunity. How do you think it's happening? So then I said, I think it's creating a bacteriophage or bifidophage. And what we noticed is in 4 patients that we followed, which were amazing shape, we followed them for 90 days. And then next thing you know, their bifidobacteria dropped to 0, from 1 million to 0. So it kept persisting. So there was a persistence in the damage, and not only 90 days, but 6 months, 9 months.
Look, there she is, Dr. Sabine Hazan, Sabinehazan. Anyone want to fact check her, look her up? There it is, Sabine Hazan. Okay, keep going. Sorry.
So that was the thing that started making me panic. And then as we were looking at the microbiome of newborns, to mothers who were breastfeeding, we started noticing that there's no bifidobacteria in those newborns. So we asked ourselves, well, because newborns are supposed to have a ton of bifidobacteria, right? 90% of the microbiome of
Guess
babies.
what? Guess who else doesn't have bifidobacteria?
Phil.
Autistic kids.
Oh, interesting.
Mothers who got the vaccine, their breast milk doesn't have bifidobacteria. Kids with autism, super low levels of bifidobacteria. Your kid's born, you just fucking let the doctors put 50 shots into him of different vaccines. Just think. How obscure is that fucking connection of what's going on in your fucking gut? Wow, she is really Jewish. Lahaim. Oh, is that what that is? That affect? Yeah, she got a crazy affect. Bacteriophage, also known informally as phage, is a duplo Naviria virus that infects and replicates within bacteria and archaea. The term was derived from bacteria. Let me see. Bacteriophage are composed of proteins that encapsulate DNA or RNA genome and may have structures that are either simple or elaborate. Their genomes may encode as bacteriophage are among the most common and diverse. And I don't know what it is. It's a ubiquitous bacteriophage or a ubiquitous virus. Bacteria can carry viruses that can be expressed and kill the bacteria when the bacteria is stressed. Oh, bacteriophage can. Okay. Bacteriophage is a virus that can be expressed and kill the bacteria when the bacteria is stressed. Is that what you mean? Kamala tried to tell us that this vaccine wasn't safe. I agree. She did try to tell us.
She told us.
Anyway, just keep your eye on it. I find it crazy that I just read that book, The Moth and the Iron Lung. And then, you see what you want to see. Someone sends me that link and is like, hey, look at this. It doesn't sound like a fucking stretch at all. David Weed says, don't believe everything you see on the internet. I agree. Yeah, I agree. But it's another data point. It's another data point. She goes on to say, she goes on to say that good luck trying to replace the what's that stuff called? Bifidobacteria, and because a lot of people will tell you that they have it and they don't have it. Ben Hirsch, Sevan, you really think you're making a connection that doctors and researchers haven't? No, actually, what's interesting is I Googled it and there's hundreds of videos of people. Because this lady makes it sound like she's the first one to do it. Actually, there's hundreds of people already out there who already made that connection. But do I think that I've actually made connections that doctors and research haven't? Yeah, by the tens of thousands, by the hundreds of thousands. I do them on this show fucking all the fucking time. My question to you is do you really think that doctors and researchers are making connections or that they're just super myopic and that they miss this shit? It was very clear to me, just with the rudimentary math skills that I had, is that the cruise ship off of the coast of Japan was a perfect sample of how COVID would spread. How come and the doctors and researchers didn't make that connection? At least the ones I saw on CNN. But now they know. The medical stuff is so complex, very irresponsible to try to make a connection you have no knowledge about. The medical stuff is so complex.
Don't even try to talk about it. Just leave it alone. Don't question it. Don't talk about it.
And it's very irresponsible. But no, Ben, it's very irresponsible of you to outsource your observation skills and your own discernment. I'm the only connection. The only connection that I'm making, buddy, is that here you have the here you have a company in the 1890s that manipulated the government to allow arsenic and dude, can you imagine this, Ben? Listen to this. They allowed arsenic from 1890 to 1952. They allowed arsenic and lead to be sprayed on food because of these doctors and researchers you're defending. Listen to that. I'm going to say it again. Ben Hirsch. From 1890 to 1952, they had doctors and researchers allowing them to spray lead arsenic on your food. Do you know what they pivoted to, Ben? They pivoted to DDT, dude. You are being irresponsible by outsourcing your observation and your discernment, buddy. Don't argue your limitations. Do not argue your limitations, buddy. All I'm suggesting is that people look it up. And I didn't make neither me nor this lady made the connection. I mean, I made it on my own, but then as soon as you Google it, there's endless stuff out there about it. Endless. Tons of doctors and researchers who've already actually spotted this. Molly, Ben, so he's just to blindly follow whatever everyone says without making an educated decision. Well, you can just see the way he writes, right? This is all just nervous talk. The
Mhm.
medical stuff is so complex. This is all just this is just
It's thought police shit.
yeah.
Is what it's to me.
Listen, just do your own little study. Ask anyone who's had back surgery. Ask 10 people who've had back surgery if they're glad they got it. 9 of them will tell you that they fucking wish they would have never gotten it. And then yeah. So just remember, you're responsible. The normal flora is so challenging to study and so much can affect it. Food, alcohol, antibiotics. It wouldn't be surprising if a vaccine would affect it. We don't know what is normal for everyone. All fair. Totally fair. 100% fair. Yeah. I mean, Melinda, along those lines, we may find out that it's something that's in the actual needle, that there's some metal in the needle that when it interacts with the bloodstream, it causes, I mean, yeah, you're right. It's infinitely complex. It does not mean that you don't think about it. It does not mean that you don't think about it. This fucking poor guy, Otto Warburg, who won the Nobel Prize for realizing cancer is a metabolic disease, was fucking hijacked by people like Ben Hirsch. And then it sucks. And now fucking shitloads of people have died because there was someone arguing the limitations.
I know. I just hate that, like, the whole thing, like, it's irresponsible to talk about, like, why? Because you're going to have somebody that's going to come on here and do what exactly? Possibly take our advice and question what they're putting into their bodies? Heaven
Yeah.
forbid. Heaven
Right.
forbid you
Right.
take a moment and just gather more information and make sure it's right for you.
Right.
And not just blindly follow an expert's opinion, which isn't even an expert's opinion. It's a corporate opinion.
Yeah, you have to know that there are no experts.
There's just agendas.
You have to know there's you have to believe that there's no experts. You at the end of the day, you are the only expert. You have to collect. You have to collect. You have to collect. You have to find. You have to find people that you sort of you trust. They're gathering. Oh, this is going to be good. Extra sloppy. I do jujitsu with my doctor, and he's cool as hell. We talk about how gay the vaccine is all the time. How is the vaccine gay?
What?
I don't get that. Okay. I don't use that word like that. You know that, extra sloppy. It's unfortunate that we can't have the convo with more people. Sevan, no, but you're only gathering information that really affirms your belief already. You say you're looking at all the information, but you aren't. Well, I'm not looking at all the information. That would be impossible. That would be impossible. And thank you for your feedback. I'll try to be I'll try to look at more information out there. Is there anything you would suggest?
Nothing specific, but just want to let you know you're wrong.
Yeah, is there anything out? Let me know.
Got nothing specific for you, but
Mike Litteris. I jumped off the bridge because Sevan said it on the podcast.
awesome.
Okay, that's it. Oh, the caller's done. Anyway,
were they on hold the whole time?
No, they hung up. I guess it's important. I guess it's important to pay attention to what you're sticking in your mouth. I guess it's important. I got this DM from a nurse. Let's watch Caleb's face as he hears this. This is crazy. So the other day I was wondering if I had a friend who got fat and he just put the fat on his face. It was so weird. He didn't put it anywhere else. And like, and you know, there's those, it's a fucking tragedy, but you know, those women who like will put on like 100 pounds of fat and their tits don't get big. So it's like a 150-pound woman who weighs 250, but she's still like a fucking A cup. You're like, what the fuck? God hates you. But then there's also those women out there. It's like they're 300 pounds and they have the quadruple D's, right? So I was wondering, does anyone put fat on their penis, like on their shaft? Like, are there any fat penises? And a nurse wrote me this. Your fat dick conversation was hilarious. I'm a registered nurse and I've seen more penises than a whore. I've never seen shaft fat. Fat builds on the fupa. Remind you, this is a nurse. For those of you who don't know what fupa is the acronym for fat upper pussy area. And even though it says fat upper pussy area, fupa, men also have fupas. It's one of those things that transcends sex. So if there's anyone who's offended, any men out there that you want fuda, fat upper dick area, I don't care. Sorry, we the women have taken over, so it's all of us have fupa. Okay, fat builds up on the fat upper pussy area, fupa, until it swallows up the penis, and you have to push the fat down to get the penis. That's the part I don't understand. Why would you push the fat down? Oh, like down into them?
You have to push it, into the body, so otherwise it just is receded into the body. The dick is receded into the body, so you have to push the fat in to make it it's like, you know, those toys in like at the zoo or something where you squeeze it and it shoots out of your hands kind of thing. Yeah, it's like that, trying to get do you think that's evolution's way of not letting fat people fuck?
For sure. Yes.
Yeah.
I didn't. That's weird. When I read this twice, and I'm like, I think she meant push up. I was thinking, so you push it into the okay, now it makes sense. Okay, so it swallows up the penis, and you have to push the fat down to get to the penis. It's impossible to place a catheter without another person's help. So you need two people. One holds the fat down.
Yeah.
Caller, I know I said call back in 3 minutes. Will you just hold on 1 minute till I finish this bit? Thank you. Then the nurse goes on to say, now there's so much obesity that it's normal for a nurse to need help finding a penis. Now, Ben, I know this is Ben. I'm sorry. I know this is complex medical shit, and I'm struggling to understand it. You're right. I actually, going back to Ben Hirsch, without a medical professional here like Caleb to explain to me what push down means, I would have thought it meant push. I thought you would have to push the fat up towards the chin, but he's saying you actually have to recess it into the body, and I get it. And you're right. There's probably something like that about the Bifidobacteria that I'm not an expert on after just watching one video and doing 7 minutes of research on Wikipedia. You're right. I acquiesce. It's impossible to place a catheter on one of these people without a second set of hands. Nowadays, there's so much obesity that it's normal for a nurse to need help finding the penis. It's not uncommon. It definitely becomes a two-person job. Typically, the patient can't reach it at that point and isn't any help to us. Plus, they are likely critically ill with obesity-related diseases. And then they followed up a few minutes later with another DM. I'm sorry, I failed to mention that often you need a third or fourth staff needed to hold the panaculus. That's the fat apron. A fat apron out of the way. That comes from overeating, Caleb. What's the cause of all that? Just eating too much?
Yeah, just constantly eating.
I had to ask Caleb because I'm not an expert. I'm not a nutritionist. I'm not I'm just a simple Armenian human. Caller hi.
I'm not an expert either, so.
God, a two-person job finding a cock. Wow.
We got three of us finding a conclusion.
That is amazing. That is amazing. I think the vaccine is probably the least of that person's worries. Caller hi, how are you?
Good.
Unfucking believable.
Doing important work today, Sevan, biomes and penis fat. But I got another important thing we need to talk about. CrossFit related.
If it's about the adaptive class, I'm all about it. I would love to talk about this fucking Alex Zirkenbach guy. He needs the vaccine. He needs to get triple boosted.
Sorry, it's not that.
Oh.
Okay, so I have this theory in life that you don't want someone who was bullied in high school to get too much authority or too much power. Now, hear me out.
You're talking about cops,
right? No, but that's a good example. That's a really good example.
Okay.
I'll just cut to the chase here.
You're not a sociologist, motherfucker. You're not a sociologist. You're not a fucking expert. You didn't sit in a classroom with fucking a bunch of fucking insecure retards who are desperate
I
to
took
understand
sociology
society?
freshman year.
Oh,
You
okay.
don't know
All
that.
right. Fine. I just stand down. I stand down. Right.
Checks out. He's qualified.
All right.
Checks out.
Expert.
So, and I'm gonna come at a guy that he's your guy, but just hear me out, okay?
I'm already feeling
When
defensive.
I-
I'm already defensive.
So
Very defensive.
I've never seen you get defensive before, Sevan. It's
Very
okay.
defensive
You'll be all right.
already.
So when I see Adrian Bosman,
Oh, dude, that's not just my guy. God damn you. Go on.
Not liking this.
I see somebody who in 7th grade, someone spit in his peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and then they all watched as he ate it. I think he probably got pushed when he was in the urinal. Like, I just feel like I got bullied. I was a nerd, energy coming off of him.
Ben Hirsch,
And
will
when
you
that-
call in, please? Ben, call in and tell me what an irresponsible douchebag I am, please. Oh my
When
God,
that
you didn't tell me you
happened-
were gonna fucking pull my skin back. But you're
When that
you
happens,
give me an open
this
wound.
is when
dude.
this is when we get V-ups in a quarterfinal workout. So, no, it's true.
Shit.
It's true. He's like, that time that someone peed in my locker, and now I'm gonna make all these dudes do V-ups.
Okay. I hear you.
Someone spit in my sandwich.
Bear with me here a second. So the same way I'm trying to make a connection between no bifidobacteria in babies and no bifidobacteria in autistic people, you're trying to make the connection that if someone spits in someone's sandwich when they're a little kid and then they get power, they make you do V-ups. I'm not saying whether either of us are right or wrong, but there's a parallel though, right? We're seeing like connections.
I think so.
We're making
I
connections.
think we're
Okay.
both right. We're making connections, even though we're not experts. We can make.
You're
connections.
trying to manipulate me by agreeing with my shit, so I'll agree with your shit.
Smart
Exactly.
dude.
No,
Smart
fuck
dude.
that. Fuck
That's how
that.
he gets the
Hey,
toy
I
from the
don't care.
store.
Get the vaccine. Adrian's a good guy. Scratch everything I said about bifidobacteria. It's a bullshit. And Adrian's a good guy. How about that? I don't agree with any of us. Ben, you're the man.
I think he's
Was
a good guy
irresponsible.
too. I just don't think we should be doing V-ups.
Who's more irresponsible? Me for just trying to talk about some medicine that I have no idea and I'm not qualified to talk about, or this motherfucker? Who the fuck are you? Are you an NFL judge or something? Ben Hirsch wants to chime in. Caller. This caller has more reason than you were using in the connection. Fine, good. I lose. Great.
All right,
Motherfuckers.
my kid's waking up. I gotta go get him. Thanks for letting me call.
Don't ever call in again. Let's gonna apologize to Adrian. Oh my God. That's horrible.
He's
That
never
you need
met.
to take a vaccine to help your thinking.
He's never met Adrian in person because you met Adrian in person. There's no way you would think that.
Oh,
He's way too cool.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
That's funny.
And the reason why I must be defensive is I must like respect this. This guy must like be able to like. I'm now playing the role of Ben Hirsch, right? This guy's onto something, and I don't like it.
Yeah. Well, I just
I
like
don't
his
like it.
manipulative thing when he disagreed with you. So you. It was at that point when I knew I liked him.
You saw that coming away. Okay, what were we talking about? You have to. If you can become so obese that you need two people to find your penis.
Yeah. Hey, what do you think about the two people? Like, do you think if you're obese, like super obese, you should buy two seats in an airplane too? Like, if you're that guy that you need 3 nurses to find your penis, do you also have to buy 2 seats in an airplane?
Yeah, that's even not. That's the kind of even not. It's even a dumb question, right? It's like a rhetorical question.
Or
Yeah.
first class ticket because they always have massive seats.
You're not trying to. That's like saying it's the same as saying if you're fat, should you buy or you're not even fat, just me. What size waist are you, Kate? What's your name?
32.
Mr. Susan. Okay, I'm a 32 too. Okay. Let's say someone's a 36.
Okay.
They don't go to the store and be like, hey, I'm buying a 32. It's like you buy the fucking thing that fits you.
Mm.
You just buy the seat that fits you. It has nothing to do with anything.
Seatbelt
know what I
extender is not going to fix that.
Yeah, like I don't care if you're fat or skinny. I don't care if you're 7 feet tall. I don't give a fuck. Like
Hey,
just
dude.
buy the seat that fits you.
What if they had one of those big scales that you just walk on? You know what I mean? Like a really
Yeah.
like one of those big ones. And then before every flight, you just got on it and it read out your weight and then it printed out your ticket. So that if you got on and you reached a certain weight, it just you doubled up. You had to buy 2 tickets right there on the spot, and then you were charged double and you walked in. And they
Well,
do the
they
same thing at
they
the
kind of just charge, or they just charge you based on gasoline usage. Like the,
yeah, like
the-
you're more
yeah.
you're more cargo, so therefore
Yeah.
you pay more.
I mean,
Like, dude, it takes 3
dude, I
nurses
don't
to
see
find a
how you could
penis.
I don't see how you could argue that, even if you hate that. I don't see it's the same. There's so many things like that in life. Like us boys pay more insurance than the girls.
Mm-hmm. Until you were 25.
Yeah, I'm not like mad about that. They're trying to fucking cover costs, like. But I've never done the research. I just accept that as fact. By the way, I've never done the research. I'm open to like girls being worse drivers. Oh, here we go. Listen, look at this guy. Son of a. Sevan, you should make your studio look like a liquor store. Your desk could be the counter. Embrace your heritage. Dear Sean Ryan,
That's fucking hilarious.
whoever designed your, and all you cool guys out there who have all those liquor bottles and dark sets and all that. Listen, I'm so happy with my sign. I would like to ask that guy, Samuel Quanter. Who is the guy? Conter. The guy in the beginning. Ryan Kant. Like, dude, my homies just bought me this sign. How about like, dude, you the man. Next stop, Rogan. I mean, I'm the shit with this sign.
It's like right after you put those show notes in, I could feel it.
Yeah, I'm the shit. This sign, some show notes, I'm fucking.
That's the tipping point.
Hey Ben, what do you think? Ben, what do you think about climate change? Huh? What do you think about? I know the models are unable to predict the past, and they've been 100% inaccurate about presenting the future, but they are the experts. Do you think that it's okay to question maybe the models that they're using? I don't know. Number four. Oh, number 1 is Jesus. Jesus talk is fun. Oh, I wanted to start the show, I think, with number 1.
For our Sunday service.
I watched number 1 and it kind of almost made me cry a little bit. We can do 4. We can do 4. I love a fucking chick with the nose ring. Like this bitch looks like she's supposed to be like all about like carbon footprint shit, but she's not. Right? I totally misjudged her. Here we go.
The incorruptible mama bear.
The most powerful government cleavage. The most powerful government.
Governments can't solve homelessness or end world hunger, but they can change the Earth's temperature if you pay more taxes. The most powerful governments can't solve homelessness or end world hunger, but they can change the Earth's temperature if you pay more taxes.
Wild. I mean, that's spot on, right?
Yeah.
That is spot on. Pay more taxes. Give the money to Nancy Pelosi. She'll make sure it's allocated to helping planet Earth.
You're a good person.
Can you get no tail and still be cool? Is slaying pussy required? Good morning. Love you all. $4.99, Trish. You get no, slaying pussy has nothing to do with being cool.
Oh my God.
I don't think.
It's so crude.
I hated all my friends who were slaying pussy. I didn't think they were cool.
Oh, they're all liars.
Yeah, that was you were in denial. Yeah, me and Caleb were like, fuck you. You leave the group of guys at 8, not because you're getting pussy, because your mom and dad make you go home.
Exactly.
Yeah. And all the cheerleaders talking to you at lunchtime, we know you pay them. Fuck that.
Oh my goodness.
I never had a one night stand.
5 years of fornication.
Yeah, never. There was this one girl that it looked like I was going to have a one night stand with her, but I totally went out of my way to make sure I didn't. And I didn't. It's like I did not want to sleep with her again, but I did because I didn't want. I felt like a one night stand was a stain on my record.
Wow.
I ended up having sex with her like 10 times.
Very intimate.
What a stand-up guy.
Sevan is a sucker for middle-aged women with a filter and a conservative talking point. That wasn't a middle-aged woman.
What do you consider middle-aged?
That chick was 30.
Okay, so what do you consider middle-aged, like 50-something?
Yeah, older than me, 54.
Oh my God.
However old I am, add 3 years. Oh, here we go. Trish, 35 to 45. I don't know. I guess you're right. I guess middle age is 35.
70 is the average age. That was like 78.
Yeah, my wife and I get into an argument about it at least once a week.
A harem is basically just a guy who doesn't lie to his girls. Everyone's had a harem. Just if you lie, it doesn't count as a harem.
Mm-hmm. 2 nights, dude.
Look at this, number one. You guys want to change the speed a little bit? Number one, this is so good. This is how I dream at night.
Mm-hmm.
This one's called Jesus. This one, I just love this. I just love this. I wish this was more me. It's Jesus Christos cleaning people's feet.
Throw up my hands and praise you.
We can't have the music. Now Jesus washing nurse's foot, some lady with a Ukrainian flag, looks like a prisoner wearing Nikes, washing the feet of a police officer, washing Donald Trump's foot, washing Joe Biden's foot, washing a baby Mexican baby's foot. Oh shit, he was hugging a dude. He was spooning a dude. Some hot Latin chick on her phone, washing the Pope's feet. Not your body, not your choice. Look. So that right there, he's washing a dude's foot who likes dick in his mouth, right? That's what that signifies.
Yeah, and why does it signify that?
Because of that flag. So do you guys get that right there? I don't mean to ruin a great bit that's supposed to be all-encompassing and loving. I love that Jesus is doing this. I'd wash the fuck out of people's feet. But this is to let you know that guy sitting there sucks dick and also wants to suck other guys' dicks because of that flag. And that's why that flag can't be waving over my kid's elementary school.
That was actually good.
That's it.
That made your point.
That's it. Thank you. Well, Susan and I didn't even plan that. Thank you.
Mm-mm.
And Caleb stopping it there. Now, there's a deep connection there. I don't know if Ben will allow us to pull it off, but there is some sort of connection there that, we've made a connection.
Might be making a leap.
Yeah. I don't want to say anything, but hey, Ben, the correlate that I'm drawing between that bacteria is not as good. I want to give it to you. For sure, not as good as the correlate that no one healthy has died from COVID. And therefore, COVID doesn't kill healthy people. That is a much stronger, because we have a much greater sample size. No, that's not what I mean. Let me see what's going on here.
It's not even 8 a.m. where I live.
And you already know it takes there's people who it takes 2 people to fucking find their penis.
That's sad.
Imagine trying to put a catheter in that.
Do all Christians see that? Yeah, that's crazy. What is their penis like only like this big at that point that you find it? Are you like trying to hold it up? Oh, wow. It's nuts.
It's pretty bad.
I like that. I really like that Jesus montage though, right? Just this all encompassing, like just love.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. This is an outbound call.
Yeah.
I'm nervous.
Me too.
Good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Hi.
I'm just thinking that it's sunny and that I would want to take the kids to the skate park at some point.
Yeah.
You wrote back. We don't have. Do you want to text Luke and see?
Oh, sure.
Do you think have you ever felt the need that you needed another person to help find my penis? Like you're like, okay, yeah. Could you maybe and if you do, I want you to know I won't be offended. 2 or 3, 4 people. Feel free to
make sure they're experts.
Yeah, invite who. Maybe you could give me a choice, Haley. Like 2 or 3 people to choose. Like give me like a panel of people.
Line up.
Yeah.
Is this your way of trying to get Daniel Brandon over?
Yeah. Exactly.
Oh, that's good.
For medical purposes. Okay. Will you bother maybe Luke and just see if he's around today?
Sure.
Or what about that other kid, who maybe text his mom, the one that our kids like to skate with?
Oh, Rowan?
Yeah, don't say his name, whatever you do. But yes. him.
Okay.
Okay. And we'll call that group. Fergie says we'll call that group the penis panel. That's good. Okay. All right. I love you.
Your speaker and Avi just walked in and he's like, what?
Oh, no. Okay. Bye. Tell him it's Zenith. We're getting a Zenith panel for our TV. Oh, man. Don't remind me never to do an impromptu call to the house.
That was awesome.
Can you pull up the Jesus thing again? I want to read what it says in there. Hey, Jay Niz, is this Sizzle guy? Is this the guy who's making all the cool? Who's made the cool? Love knows no boundaries. We don't get to decide who is worthy of his love. Jesus. Look at this guy writes, I was absolutely wrecked when I came across this video. The only true unconditional love comes from the Lord. God's love is so beautiful. Yeah, how do people reconcile this? Like 10 Christians are about to call. One about to say, how do people reconcile this with evil? Like, can your Jesus character clean Satan's feet?
I don't think he could clean Satan's feet unless Satan was accepting.
Oh, there it is. There it is. Go back the other way. There it is. This is important. You learned this when you this is like sociology 101. This is like the to all the people out there saying this is fault. I'm sorry, but Jesus loves everyone no matter what. He hates sin, not sinners. Yeah, that's the that's an important that's wisdom right there. That's a little piece of wisdom that'll give you a little. Don't hate the player, hate the game. No, that's still different.
That's the same.
He conquered Satan. No, I'm not Christian. I am not. I repeat. It's your only time you get talked to at all today, Dan. You're in timeout.
Dan's on timeout.
Trish, what Trish, let me know what you think I need to read so that like give me some information that I need. What's funny is that you say that I'm not willing to look at both sides. We were completely inundated with the other side. I'm the little mouse in the corner while the rest of the world is fucking yelling, take the shot or you're going to die. And you're saying that I'm not willing to listen to the other side. I've done nothing but listen to the other side for 2 fucking years.
You don't need to be listening to something that's spoon-fed to you every day.
Yeah, like what are you talking about?
Open up. Here's your agenda.
Oh, good. Send it to me. Thank you. Email it to me, please. SevanMatosian@gmail.com. Anyway, I love that Jesus art.
Yeah, that was cool.
Okay. Excuse me. How about this? No, we're not. You're from Canada. I can't be friends with anyone who's Canadian. Oh, were you offended by that thing of the Adrian piece? He's Canadian. Dan Guerrero, $5. I'll read anything for $1. I'm a Buddhistian. Oh, that's an Armenian Buddhist. It's not bad. Look at number 3. This is really good. Talking about seeing stuff from another perspective. I love stuff like this. Here we go. I don't know who this is.
The town you were brought up in Maine was Javek City, USA. And they tried to turn you white. Is that a misquotation?
No, I said that.
But
no, they didn't try to turn me white. No, it was just that I grew up in Maine and Massachusetts, in places where the towns that I grew up in, there weren't any Indians. They didn't believe in Indians. They thought we were either all dead and stuffed in museums or never had existed in the first place. We were kind of like fairy godmothers and, fictional characters because they had wiped out their Indians in the 1600s. And there was I trying to grow up in that situation where I'd be with my Indian relations in the summer who were real, live, living, breathing, warm, happy and sad people. And then I go back to school and they're trying to tell me Columbus discovered America, right?
Yeah.
And I knew darn well, right, what had happened, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like, it's like the time between that thing there, that Columbus Day and that Thanksgiving is always a very strange time for Native people because we're just figuring we're lucky that we didn't wind up on the table. we know how it
It's
really
coming.
happened, you know, like in 1492 on October 12th, you know, that's when the native North American people discovered Columbus.
She's serious. She didn't smile. All of it's a bit until the end. All of it's a bit until the end. What a great flip of the script. Columbus didn't discover America on October 12th, 1492. The Native Americans discovered Columbus. God, I'm so naive sometimes. But gender and sex don't matter. Don't worry. But don't worry. He didn't discover fucking America. That word discover is being used in like that's so that's like saying that when a baby's born and the first time he looks at his hand, he discovered hands. Discover hands. Discover hands for himself. The Indians discovered Columbus. It's just cool. Some of you are like, what? Huh? You okay, Sevan? He's stuck on words again?
Stop doing research. You're not an expert.
Yeah.
You're not a historian.
I thought that gorillas were. I guess I don't know what I thought, but I just assumed that they didn't need protein either. I guess if someone would have asked me, right? Because it makes total sense, right? All they do is eat plants. Somehow they're big and strong, and they don't need. I mean, that was the thing forever. Do you remember that? That was like the argument for vegetarians from when I was 16 to 51.
Mm-hmm.
And it only took 3 seconds of someone talking to make me realize, oh shit, they do eat protein.
Information is important.
And words. Some people get way too offended by Sevan calling them stupid asshole. They should fucking crawl into a hole. They're gonna need an ayahuasca trip if I call them that. To transcend that. I called a friend of mine in college either stupid or an idiot. And like 5 years later, they told me that when I said that fucking really hurt them.
Wow.
And I always regret saying that to that person.
They really hung on. Was it out of, were you like mad when you said it, or was it like, oh,
It's
you're
just
an
someone I
idiot?
really care about, who really cared about me. And like I'd know, like it hit that person.
Yeah, but
Like
you
they
said
thought
it
that
like,
I really think that they're stupid or an idiot, which I don't. I was just angry. I was lashing out. It was like, have you ever like you throw something like in your house and you just meant it to hit the ground and it broke a window in your house and you're like, what the fuck? It was like that.
yeah, did that with the foosball one time.
Yeah.
Instantly regretted it. As soon as it left my hand, I was like, this is going for that glass window.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I threw a golf ball at my sister once and it broke a window and I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Dumb shit.
I was so pissed I lost the foosball game, and then I was way more pissed I broke the window. That little glass plane.
Trish, by the way, Trish has just cracked the code for the next big TikTok account. If you're a hot Midwestern woman with 4 or more inches of cleavage, all you need to do is read bumper stickers to the front-facing camera of your car with a heavy filter on your face. That's a freebie from Trish Media. If you need any more content, she charges $500 an hour for advices. The caller called. The caller, he
said some things we didn't agree with.
Yeah, he said something. He's making all sorts of fucked up connections. Me and Ben disagree on that too. Miss Newts. You ever seen a newt? You ever catch newts? There's tons of them in the Bay Area. There's like little. I think they're amphibians.
Yeah.
They look like lizards, but they're not.
Okay.
I love these shows so much. Never change. Well, thank you. I hope I change a little bit. Cat Shear coming on the show soon. I called Susie yesterday. I had a really bad day yesterday, and I had to speak with. For me, it was bad. I mean, my dad days aren't really that bad, but for me, it was bad because after the show, I was like, man, what happened to that show? I normally leave the show so pumped, and like I didn't want to do another show, and my wife told me no, the show was great yesterday. And then Susan and I talked, and then Susan was like, I told Susan, I was like, yeah, you know what? I think I'm just tired of hearing myself talk, and we need to go back to having guests. Because I don't know if you guys noticed, we were fucking crushing guests for 2 years, and then we just stopped about a week ago.
Every day, damn near.
And I was like, yeah, I'm tired of hearing myself talk, I think, and I need guests. Jeremy World, cool seeing Holly Holm dominate her fight last night. Wow. Oh, yeah. I need to find that clip. Caleb, can we find Holly Holm after she won the fight last night? Yeah, was that you, Jeremy, who texted me that? I watched the fight. I didn't see her her closing speech. Don't say F again. Give you another $2 later.
Sit right at the bottom of the chat. Damn it, you said it.
oh, well, I just read that.
Yeah, it starts from now.
David Weed, you got high on your own voice, or maybe it brought me down. I don't know. But I'm open to it. Maybe. Okay. So we did number 3. Native Americans discovered Columbus. I like that. While Caleb finds that, I'm going to play number 7 here. This is a guy trying to give away free needles in the expensive part of San Francisco. It's weird that he only talks to women.
It's funny. I recognize that spot immediately. Union Square.
Union Square. And good eye, Sousa. And the point is this. This is just the total typical thing again, right? These are the do-get-gooders. These are the white Democrats. Sorry, there's Republicans are bad too. For anyone who care, if I offended anyone, these are the bad Democrats saying we can't set the blacks free. It's 1850. You can find it. All the senators saying this because they won't be able to take care of themselves, and that it's just the North that's evil because they want us to free the blacks and then they'll all perish and die. We have to take care of them. This is the same thing with needle giveaways. We have to take needles. The Democrats, we have to take needles to these poor areas and help these people. We have to give them clean needles. We have to take care of them. But what happens when you take the needles and you bring them to the rich part of town and you try to give them to the rich people?
Doing a photo shoot called Bag of Needles by my good friend Dennis. What we're going to be doing in this shoot is highlighting the fact that certain politicians deem that it's okay that they pass out needles and different paraphernalia in lower income communities. But if we were to bring this type of ideology into a posh area like Union Square or Pack Heights or one of these.
And just so you know, he said if you bring this into Pacific Heights, he called it Pack Heights. Pacific Heights is actually really nice. Union Square, where this Louis Vuitton store is, not really nice. It's still scary as fuck. You get robbed there in a second. But Pacific Heights is actually pretty nice. But this is all of San Francisco has turned into a shithole. But anyway, here we go.
Or nicer
like that Louis store there, I'm sure has had packs of fucking kids.
It just was on. It just was on like a couple months ago. You remember that?
Oh, really?
Yeah, they just stormed it, busted all the shit, and stole it.
Yeah.
Neighborhoods that it would really be frowned upon. So we're going to be doing a couple videos, a couple photo shoots. I hope
I love that bag of needles. That's crazy, right?
Yeah.
you guys enjoy. Yeah. Going?
I live in the new UK. Is this real? A needle giveaway? Oh yeah, dude. 100%. Yeah. 100%. Dude, that's 100% real. Hey, dude, it used to be illegal to have a bag of needles like that when I was a kid. You couldn't even have a fucking needle. Now they're just fucking everywhere. You have to know there's no Republicans who are for needle giveaways. Sevan, you're not talking about the other side. The other side is if they share needles, they all get AIDS and die. Okay. But giving away needles wasn't the answer. It exacerbated the problem. You've been doing it for 20 years now. Can we just admit that? The UK national, I know, Trish, the UK National Health is always giving away needles. Do you not know that, Rox? Yeah. I mean, fucking UK is quadruple fucked as the United States. I spent a bunch of time over there. You guys were 20 years ahead of us in your fuckness already. But it does. I don't care whether you know that or not.
You don't want one, right? That's right. All right.
That guy doesn't want a needle.
Yep. Appreciate what you're doing. Yep.
Appreciate what you're doing.
Ma'am, would you like a syringe? No. No syringe? Nope. No. Okay.
Love the purse that he has on his side too.
Yeah.
Nope? Okay. Ma'am, would you like some needles? Nope. Needles?
I don't think it's a very powerful piece that he's. That's right across that's the St. Regis area now. I think. I don't think it's a very powerful piece that he's offering these people needles. But the point is this: no one wants needles in their hood. Nobody. The poor people do not want needles in their hood. We're big time fucked in the UK. Yeah, unless you're outside the city. I mean, like you guys can be in the country. But still, you guys need guns. I said it. Hi, Caleb.
You ready for the video?
Yeah, I haven't heard what she said. Have you heard it? Have you listened to it?
Yeah, it's just super quick.
Oh, okay. Let's see.
So before this, she kind of goes on a like a thank you to everybody, like give applause to my family and my team. Thank you for everything you've done. And then she just says, I got one more thing. And this is what she said, basically.
Something that's been on my heart, and I feel like I have the platform to say it. I need to say it. I just feel it's really sad, all the sexualization of our children right now, and we need to protect them. Whatever that may be, let's protect the children. Please do anything we can to help.
Yeah, Bisbing didn't flinch. That's good. Good honor. Good fucking honor, Mama Holly Holmes. For those of you who don't know, this chick is the one that ended Ronda Rousey's career. Ronda Rousey was like the first female, like super high profile fighter in the United States.
It's surprising that Bisbing hung in there because he had so many people in their post-fight interviews just like grab the mic and start just like spouting off stuff. It was kind of cool to see that he was like respectful of what she was trying to say.
Yeah, that is cool. And I remember when I used to watching her training videos, by the way, you would see her doing muscle ups, which means she got a CrossFit influence. I'm still Newts. I'm in the countryside in the UK, and it's still fuck damn right. We need guns. Never give yours up. Word. On my heart. I wish she had been more specific.
On your mind.
On my heart. Like giving a suicidal person a ride to the bridge. Ooh. Ooh. You guys following that?
Yeah, that was the needle thing.
Yeah, and just all the things, allowing people to self-diagnose their medical issues, their psychiatric issues, and then just acting on it. Bodybuilders do muscle ups; they're just not pretty. Yeah, I just don't think that they did them before CrossFit, for the most part.
Definitely not. In snatch and clean and jerk and all that, like, really got popularized by CrossFit.
Holly's preaching to the choir. I don't think many woke or Dems are going to be at these UFC events. How do they justify it? We need to get a Dem on here. Is it like what T-Lander was saying when T-Lander was defending them? T-Lander was suggesting that this sexualization of kids and stuff like that is tantamount to the 12 unarmed officers or unarmed black guys who were shot by officers in 2019. Like, hey, it's just such a small number and we're blowing it out of proportion. And I kind of hear him that, but I don't think that's what's going on. I don't think that that's what's going on at all. But
I mean, that would definitely be an interesting stat. It's like how many of these schools are, bringing stuff like this into the curriculum or allowing these oddities that we see online, like the drag queens reading to the, you know, students, or this weird shit that they're bringing in. Like, how many schools are actually doing that? But I do think it's a slippery slope because it's all state ran and the curriculums all kind of come from one hub a little bit. So if it starts to go in these other states, like, it won't be long to where it topples across all of the public schools. It's not like they're all privately, separately run entities. At some point, they all converge.
Or even this, Susan, along those lines. You were looking at schools. I was thinking along the lines of just the numbers that we saw about prisons, right? So there's 40. There's like, I forget the number, but it's like 287 men are waiting to be put into women's prisons because they don't want to be in men's prisons. They're saying that they feel more comfortable in women's prisons.
Mm-hmm.
But 48 men already are in women's prisons, and there's already fucking like a dozen rapes and a handful of pregnancies. This is just in California.
Right.
And if that's just happening in the prisons, then it makes me think that maybe Zach was off on that. Because if that's happening in the prisons, and then we got what's going on in the schools, and I mean, you got hospitals like Boston Children's Hospital doing sex change operations, I think maybe he's just off.
Mm.
Alan Kestenbaum, have you been to a UFC event? That's Patrick's way of telling you he's a Democrat and he loves the UFC. Right? Am I right? Am I right?
That's it seems like to me.
Good morning, Patrick. David, we did muscle ups in the 80s and 90s at my boxing gym. I stand corrected. I did. I hear from parents all the time that their young kids are confused about their sexuality. Why does your young kid have sexuality? And of course they're confused. Everyone's confused.
Do you also think it's like the more that it's shown, it's like permission to a sense? So like when they had a lot of like young suicides or certain suicides happening by a certain like way, and then the news starts to run with it, like you see more and more and more of it occur. Right. So it's almost like it gives it permission. And like what they used to do with the streakers at the sporting events was they just refused to show any of it. They would just cut to the guys in the booth, or they would cut to some commercial, and they just wouldn't talk about the streaking at all. And then the streaking declined significantly after that because people weren't getting the same reward or attention for it. So it just, I mean, it still happens, right? But a lot smaller of events happening. So I wonder if it's something like that. Like the more that it's publicized, you start to see more and more people do it. Then as more people do it, others are get permission to kind of come out of the woodwork and do it because they feel, you know, confidence by it happening around them quite a bit. So it just perpetuates itself. I wonder if there's anything like that going on too.
That they're not hiding it.
Yeah. And then therefore more are going to happen because of that. The more publicized it is.
Right. That thought's been around for a while about school shooters, right? You give them attention and it just propagates it.
Yeah. Like if you just didn't talk about it at all, or if you did, you just focused on the victims of it and we didn't, you know, glorify it. Because all of a sudden it becomes this whole, oh, now we have to get inside the mind of this psychopath who shot all these people. And we almost like separate it from reality. It becomes entertainment to us. And then you don't realize that there's fucking people's lives that are completely changed and ruined by what this individual did. But yet, as we get further removed from that incident, it becomes more of, you know, just the next, they're almost like celebrities now. And we want to find out like that Ohio
infamous.
Yeah, infamous. It's
don't shoot up a school, just release a sex tape.
Much better ROI.
Shit, you all got 90 days before the collapse. There's a guy who's been telling me that for the last 4 years at the skate park. Better get silver. It's going to collapse. Listen, motherfucker. It already collapsed. Do you understand?
Hey, what would silver or metals do during a collapse anyways?
It's a great
question. I'm going to show up to you and be like, hey, you got all this gun and ammo, but I have these metals. And you're going to be like, how's that going to get me fucking fed tonight? How about I shoot you? Get off my property. And I'm like, oh, well, shouldn't have saved up all my gold.
Yeah, right. I am not a Democrat, says Patrick Clark. I'm a moderate, but considering that San Antonio identifies as a Democratic city, I would say there were quite a bit at the event last night. Oh, is that where it was last night? I didn't even know that. If you want to get super dark, look into the Rotherham rape gangs over here in the UK. This attack on kids has been happening for years and has been ignored. Nobody wakes up to what's happening. Yikes. Yeah, I remember Y2K. Y2K. I remember
They're
that.
gonna fall out of the sky and
Number 2, nothing else. I wonder if we can get through 20, 4, 25, 26. Let's get to Kanye. I got all this Kanye. Oh, this is good. I have nothing to say about this. I just want you to watch this and then that's it. I have nothing else to say. I just want you to see this, take away what you want, cultivate some awareness, take some deep breaths. Just enjoy this, people. I have nothing to say.
All right, it's a new year. You want to be a new you need a new workout. Welcome to CrossFit.
Hey, man, you got like a building or something?
Building, he says. Building, no, we use garages. Any garage, okay?
Bro, where the workout machines at?
Workout machines. He says workout machines. You can't even handle your own body weight at this point, okay? So is there any more questions?
Yeah, what about...
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, what we're going to do is we're going to run through the city, back down.
Why is it wearing fatigues? Was he in the army? Police Salvation Army.
I've got one reflective vest that I'm going to be wearing. So you guys need to make sure that you stay close because it's getting dark out there and cars won't be able to see you. My dog's going to be coming with us as soon as we get back. We're going to begin our WOD, okay?
What's a WOD?
This guy, what's a WOD? It's a workout of the day. We got 363 more, all right? All right. Are you guys ready? Let's go.
I'm gonna go. Yeah, you riding with me? Right. Yeah, let's.
All right, it's a new year. You want to be.
Sean O'Keefe, $20. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. If I show that video again, will someone else give me $20?
or $20 not to play it again. Whatever works.
Patrick Clark, did you see that Rich raised $29,000 yesterday through Mayhem Mission to combat child trafficking? No shit. Watch this. Oh shit. I'm gonna pretend like I knew that.
You're not gonna call him, are you?
I could call him.
I get nervous.
Want me to try to call him? And just to congratulate him.
10:20 on a Sunday.
Oh yeah, this will be good. Let me just see. He probably won't recognize. Should I call from my phone or should I call from the?
If you call from the podcast, there's no way he answers that random number.
Okay. Here we go.
Oh, you call? Oh shit, I'm nervous.
I'm nervous too. You're fucking nervous.
I know.
I have to talk to him.
He's probably in church. It's Sunday.
Rich is busy. He has a train with Rich weekend going on currently. Oh, cool. Okay, I'll open with. I'm sorry, I'm bothering you while you're doing the train with Rich weekend.
Patrick's good.
Yeah, thank you, Patrick. You know, I might need an agent, Patrick. Do you know one?
Hey, this is Rich. Leave me a message and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks.
Only idiots leave messages.
At the tone, please record your message. When you've finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Hey, Rich, what's up, dude? Hey, I know you're busy with the train with Rich. I'm sorry to interrupt that. I really am from the bottom of my heart. But I just wanted to call and congratulate you on what you did yesterday. You raised $29,000 through Mayhem Missions to combat child trafficking. And I've just been thinking about it a lot this morning. And you're just an amazing dude. All right. Love you, buddy. Talk to you soon. Bye.
It's a nice message.
Authentic.
Yeah, that's good.
Patrick, I'll be sending you $1. Thank you. Okay, where are we? Number 5. I am so normal. You guys don't know how normal I am.
Normal.
I know. He will not listen. Listen, I am so fucking normal. I'm the most normal person any of you fucking know. Do you know what I mean? Like, I wake up, I shower, I argue the unnormal things. My wife doesn't want me using Dove soap. You know what I mean? I have a little leak in my shower faucet that sprays water to the side, and instead of fixing it, I've put tape around it. I have issues when if I see that there's not enough toilet paper to wipe my butt, I start a new roll and I set that new roll on the old roll. You know what I mean? So that someone else has to deal with that little piece. I'm just normal. I tell myself every morning I'm only gonna have 1 shot of espresso, and I end up making 2. I'm too lazy to put cream or sugar, any of that shit. I wouldn't use that shit anyway, really, in my coffee. We don't even have sugar at the house. I don't like I don't even care what shoes I put on. I'm so just casual and relaxed. I walk around my house. I don't turn the lights on because it's just too much work. I just kind of like put my hand in front of me when it's dark in my house, make sure I don't bump into any walls. I look down at my phone and like watch Instagram when I shouldn't be, like a 16-year-old. Like, you know what I mean? Just normal. I don't have any weird fetishes. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Just a
I feel like
chocolate dick.
Yeah, someone sends me like that chocolate dick's like the most exciting. I just normal. I don't have any piercings. I don't have any tattoos. I'm not excited to do anything. Like my life, when I wear matching socks, I'm like, today is a success. I don't put my shopping cart back. You know what I did yesterday? I went out to dinner with Greg and Dave. And Greg has this car that I'd never been in before that I know he's owned. It's the I think it's the fastest gas production car made. You guys will never figure out what it is. Don't worry. It is crazy. I drove it yesterday. I was doing 60 and I floored the gas pedal and I looked down and we were doing 110.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Sounds fast.
And he parked a car in this parking lot. And so I took a shopping cart and I put it in the parking space next to him, but up on the curb so no one could park next to him. He didn't ask me to do that, but I'm like, fuck that. I'm not letting anyone park next to him. So not only do I not put shopping carts back, but I put them in the way of other parking spaces.
And that was intentional.
Yeah. That's not normal. So I guess I am kind of not normal.
Is that it? The Bugatti?
No, it's not that. I don't know if his car does 270. Are those cars in production? Are those cars in production? Those are production cars. The Bugatti's like this car's like a mass production car he has. Like there's shitloads of these. Like you could take his car probably to Jiffy Lube.
Yeah. Interesting.
I'll give you another hint. His car's a 4-door.
Is it like a Charger or something? No, that's a 2-door.
It is not American.
Patrick got it.
Prius, yeah. Supercharged Prius.
Supercharged, yeah.
Okay. So this, look at this number 5. This is amazing. This is a kid who identifies, yes, Camry Ellie. Yes, you got it, Trish. This kid says he's Hitler reincarnate. This is just.
Oh.
Do you guys remember the people there was always a couple guys in college who thought they were either Jesus or Jim Morrison? Do you remember those guys?
Yes.
They really thought that they were, or that they thought they were some sort of Native American, like reincarnate. They just had done too much acid. Do you remember those guys? You're getting close, Mr. Johnson. You're getting very close.
Q.
He used to have that Mercedes sedan that was like the fastest production sedan. The thing is, now they have electric cars. His isn't electric. It's a gas. Oh, now you're getting close, Mr. Garrity. Now you're getting close. It's a weird car. I cannot believe how nice it is inside. I've never been in anything like that. Okay. Nicer than the nicest Mercedes he's ever had. Okay. Let's watch this kid. This is a trip. Or Bob Marley. I didn't know any Bob Marley. I know some people who like really like Bob Marley and wanted to like emulate Bob, but I didn't know any who were Bob reincarnated. My kids, I showed my kids 5 Bruce Lee movies and now they do this. It's crazy.
That's cool.
All right, action.
Calling me every name under the sun because I had the Rice Adler on my jacket. So I need to tell you guys a little something about me. And you can call me crazy, you can call me whatever you'd like, any name under the sun. But I'm very in tune with my past and my past lives and lifetimes that I've lived before this one. My last life just so happened to be a very infamous one. Me offing myself was one of the first memories I had from that lifetime. It came to me when I was 5 in my nightmares. You can see right where I shot myself too.
Everybody knows you never go full retard. They're so insane, and it's unbelievable. But at the end of the day, it's mentally ill people trying to get attention.
Yeah.
And I'm like that, so I'm like them. I understand why they do it.
Yeah.
People are essentially calling me every name under the sun.
This goes back to that attention thing.
Oh, wow.
Dude, this motherfucker, this is Hitler. Okay, what were the ways of attention? Show your ass.
Yeah.
Infamous. This motherfucker has never killed a Jew, but he's trying to get fucking Hitler's infamy piece. By the way, I think Hitler killed just as many non-Jews as Jews in the concentration camps. Yeah, isn't that crazy? He's not super talented. He's not showing his ass. He's not. Oh my God. What if he had an OnlyFans? What if he had an OnlyFans page where? Oh God, I just went somewhere dark.
What the fuck?
Oh my goodness, I just went somewhere really dark. I don't know. It's not dark to me, but it'll be dark to you guys if I say it. So he's not going to show his ass. He's doing the infamous thing. He's not super talented at anything, and he's not playing the victim. This dude's trying to get Hitler's clout. Is that if we're using the model that he wants attention, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Hitler never had like large stuffed animals behind them in their living room either, but
dude, easy. It's a young Hitler, dude.
Oh, okay.
It's not going to be identical. It's V2.
Yeah, the softer version.
God, sometimes I forget how close-minded Sousa is.
Holy Franz.
Hey, this Rich Froning raised $29,000 for child trafficking. This motherfucker's about to raise $29 million for reparations for Jews. Hey, can you do that? Is he protected? Is he the protected class? Can you identify as Adolf? Andrew Hiller? Oh no. Man, it's so weird. He can't be the first person who's thought that. It's just that TikTok can just bring it to your living room. I'm so normal.
I got that belief was reaffirmed by like a mark on his head. See where I shot myself? What?
I'm so normal. I like pick up dog poop and make a video of it. Look what I'm doing. Where does that fall? I'm not showing my ass. I'm not being infamous. I'm not talented at anything, and I'm not playing the victim. I guess it's a little bit of the victim. If I make a video of me picking up poop, I'm kind of playing the victim thing. Like, look at me. I have to pick up someone else's poop. Such a good person. Right? I mean,
yeah.
Where would you put it? What category would you put it in?
That person?
No, me picking up poop and making Instagram. Like I made Instagram videos as like, I'm like this. Like, fuck, how am I going to do this? Like show the world I'm picking up poop.
Yeah, I would say that's pretty normal. You could get risque with it though, and like.
But that's victim, right? I'm getting attention by playing the victim.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
You think that falls into showing the ass, narcissist? Isn't that what showing the ass is?
Showing your body off.
There's only 4 categories, Patrick. There's
infamous,
ass, infamous. That's like you killed someone or released a sex tape. There's your talented. That's Serena Williams.
This is someone going to pick up poop.
Yeah. There it is. Right. And then there's the victim. I think picking up poop is the victim. Virtue signaling poop scooper. Yeah.
Yeah, we definitely victim.
God, that was good, Caleb. My tits are way too big to wear a wife beater. I would love to be able to wear a wife beater.
A wife beater?
My chest is so massive that like I would have a shadow underneath it.
You got a shelf?
Yeah, it's ridiculous. It grosses me out more to see them getting the little baggie out and squeezing the warm turd. You don't squeeze it. You're nimble.
Yeah, don't apply pressure, Trish. You know this.
It's humbling yourself publicly to show that it's okay to be a regular guy. That's some twisted shit, but I'll take it. Yeah, I'm very humble. Here I am picking up poop. What about just wanting to entertain? I guess that's the talented part. Okay, number 6, kids. Look, there's a Hunter Biden coming up on Twitter. Kids. Oh, Mr. Peterson. Love Jordan.
The second child's pretty straightforward after the first. And once you've got 2, you're already completely screwed. So you might as well have 3. Then the kids start to take care of each other, by the way, too, which is something that parents don't understand. Is that if you have 8 kids, it's not like you're taking care of 8 kids. The kids start to form own society and take care of each other. Look, the second.
Hey, that's interesting. I never thought of that.
Really?
We did have a guest. Say that again.
You've never thought of that?
No, I never thought that like 1 is hard and 2 is hard and 3 is hard. But like he's basically saying you get to 5 and it's like shit starts to like just there becomes some sort of just chill equilibrium because they start taking care of each other and like rolling in a pack. But I've witnessed it, but I just never connected the dots.
You're just managing them at that point.
Yeah, I guess, yeah. And they sort of
they all like discipline each other and keep each other straight and help each other out without having to do anything as an adult.
Do you have a lot of siblings, Caleb?
No, I have an aunt and uncle that have like 6 kids though, and that's basically how it was growing up.
And you witnessed their pack, like they took care of each other.
Yeah, not very well, but they did.
But they did. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Sean Sullivan, how backward is it we pick up biodegradable dog poop and put it? Well, my bags, it says they're biodegradable too, and put it in a plastic bag that will go into landfill and not biodegradable. My dad always wants me to bury the dog poop in the back, but my dog's poop. My dog, I have a huge dog. There'd be poop everywhere.
Shitload of buried dog poop.
Sean also knows about having a lot of kids. Sarah Cooper, 1 and done for me. With 1, you can double team, 2 man-to-man, 3, you simply drop back into a zone. Yeah. It really can get, sometimes I feel like it's just completely out of control. Someone, what is this? Someone just sent me. I don't know if I should play this. This is, can you guys hear that? It's audio from that clip playing.
Is it playing right now?
The hottest lady in Bangkok. Someone sent me. I don't know. I can't play that. Back to the show. Okay, kids. So now you know. If you're going to have a shitload of kids, just have a shitload of kids. Don't just have 1 or 2. Just have 10. Number 8. Hunter Biden. Man, there's some weird shit going on with that Hunter shit. It's dark. A Republican representative asks ATF, what's that? Alcohol, tobacco, and firearms, if lying on their federal background check is illegal. So they're asking a guy, hey, this is a representative of the alcohol, tobacco, and firearms. Is it illegal if you lie on your federal background check? And the alcohol, tobacco, and firearms representative says, yes, 15 years in jail if you do that. And then the representative says, so why is Hunter Biden not in prison? And then whoever wrote this says all hell breaks loose, but all hell doesn't break loose. I don't know why that guy, Benny, always misrepresents his clips. Which is kind of lame. He doesn't have to do that. His shit's so good. It's like having D titties and telling everyone it's double D. It's like, dude, no one knows.
I was pretty disappointed at the outcome, but
just tell the truth.
If a person lies on Form 4473 and is a user of unlawful drugs, you can get between 5 to 10 years for that. Is that correct? Is that my understanding?
No, I believe Congress changed the sentence last Congress.
What is that sentence now?
Up to 15.
Up to 15 years. Why hasn't Hunter Biden been prosecuted for the crime that he committed?
I'm not aware of the facts of that case and can't comment on it.
Okay, who would we talk to see why this case is not being prosecuted? I mean, he said very clearly in his book that he used drugs. He had at least a gun.
Point of order, Mr. Chairman.
Steve, point of order.
Totally irrelevant and not germane to this proceeding.
Sir, he's got his 5 minutes. Go ahead, continue.
Okay, so I understand why you do not want Mr. Wilcox to answer that question. It's very clear why you don't want, because there's a dual system of justice in America. That's what's going on right now, and everybody's talking about it across America. There's two standards of justice that are going on.
So if you guys don't know what happened, and Hunter Biden got a gun when he's a full-blown drug addict and admits he's a full-blown drug addict, and there's tons of videos of him smoking crack and all that. And on the when he applied for the gun, he said he's not a drug addict. When he clearly is a drug addict, he's admitted he's a drug addict. And by the way, he's also admitted that at one point I think he threw the gun into a dumpster and threw it away, and then had to go back and get it a couple days later. I mean, total drug
Holy
addict
shit.
behavior.
Yeah.
Like that crazy chick who fucking erases her Instagram account. It's like that kind of shit.
You know who erased their Instagram account?
Who?
The identity doctor.
Oh, did she?
Yeah, I was just looking into it earlier. It's funny you said that.
Oh,
wow.
that-
Wow.
I thought that's what you were implying, and then like I didn't realize that was real now too. That's crazy.
Wow.
That makes total sense though.
Do you guys know we had this lady on called the Identity Doctor? It was a great interview. It was really fun. She was cool. And then we got a call from her. We got a bunch of texts from her lawyers saying that they were basically going to sue us if we didn't pull it down because she didn't like how how she represented her identity on that show.
Oh wow.
Fuck.
Are you sure she didn't just block us?
Hey,
Maybe.
she was so creative.
Like,
What a
did you-
shame.
Yeah, check it on a different account and see if that's. Well, you left out one other piece, Sevan, was the fact that right after that, she sent a bunch of nice stuff via text back.
Yeah,
to you
yeah.
About how it was.
I was the
and,
first
like,
man she had talked to in 3 years and how cool
super
it was.
excited
and,
about
yeah.
it and how welcomed you made her feel and how like accepted, like all this real nice stuff to where we're like, wow, that was cool. To immediately follow it with the worst stuff we've ever gotten from a guest, right? It was like almost two extremes. I mean,
And the Identity Doctor not being okay with her identity was another weird thing.
That's
There was
odd.
some crazy irony. Kenneth Delap, Sevan, can you tell us why Brian jumped off the show as soon as Tillander hopped on? No, but I thought I liked it. I thought it was funny. It
Well, we
made
gotta-
everything uncomfortable, and I enjoy uncomfortable.
Well, you talked about it right when Tillander came on because he was like, "Oh, Brian left," and you're like, "Yeah, he likes to keep these shows tight and has certain talking points and stuff like that. If it starts to veer, especially like he was saying that he was going to go pretty soon, that he
If
knew
it-
that was going to go with Zach."
I was not surprised that Brian jumped off. I was surprised that JR stayed on. And
Yeah.
yesterday I called Brian to actually talk to him about when he jumped off. And he said, "Hey, dude, you have bad reception. Call me when it's better," and hung up on me. So, and I really like that. Just got home from a great morning church Christian service, and now I get a little bit of my Sevontology studies. Good morning. Good morning. Ken, I do have to warn you, there is some irresponsible connections being made on this morning's show. I advise that you do not take any of my advice about the gut bio, genome, DNA, gnome, genome, garden gnome seriously, because I am not an expert.
That expert thing gets me every time.
Brian took his ball and went home. He was annoyed. You could see it all over his face.
You said it.
We have to listen to Brian talk about Frisbee for hours. We can listen to Tillander for a bit. Bury my cock in her. Tillander is a little too much. Ken Walters, Tillander is exhausting. I can't take him. God, I wonder what you guys say about me.
Oh my gosh, Trish.
Melissa Odier, one of the best profile pics in the biz. You think that's real? Look how her earring her earring is proof of gravity. The idea of gravity. You know what I mean? How it's like hangs straight down even though her head's turned to the side.
Yeah.
There's like a physics lesson there. Even if she turned her head this way, the earring wouldn't move. Like even further. Ow, I hurt my neck.
Oh no.
Too old to do that stunts like that. Damn it.
Uh-oh.
I don't know why you like her so much. Nothing interesting about her. Fine. She was hot as shit. How about that? Listen to me, people. Gravity isn't real. I know that's, I said the idea of gravity. I think I did. I meant to say the idea of gravity. Thank you, Heidi. The idea of gravity. Her but not gravity itself. Of course, it's not real. Only idiot thinks gravity's real. That's like that, right? We know that, right? The Sevontologists know that. We don't conflate reality with thoughts, and gravity is just a thought, but it helps us understand and navigate
Gravity's
this weird.
a thought.
What? Say it? Yeah,
it's a thought.
Yeah, the concept of gravity. It's a thought. It's a, but it's not real.
It's not an observable truth.
The gravity is just a equation that helps us understand what we're observing, but it's actually not real. There'll be other theories that help us understand it better in the future. You know what I mean? It's just a
It's a placeholder for now.
Placeholder, yeah. It's just science. You hear that? It's just science. It's not real.
You know what?
How about that? What? Say it again? What?
You know what that is.
Yeah, you know what that is. You know what a thruster is. It's just like a thruster is not real, but it's just a signifier for these movements. You can change it. Yeah, it's just an idea. Gravity is a mathematical equation that helps us understand and predict when an apple falls from a tree, where it's going to land and how long it's going to take to get there. But eventually there'll be something, and we call that phenomenon gravity, just as a placeholder. I know I'm not qualified enough. But what's funny is I bet you Ben believes in gravity. Like it's fucking 100% true. You know the calendar's not real either, right, Ben? You know that there is no January 5th. It's just a placeholder to help us like organize our shit. Do you know that?
Named after Greek gods.
Yeah. You know, we can change it. We can make 2 6-month calendars that run back to back. That will be just as valid as this 12-month one. You know that, right? Fucking weirdos. But who am I to make that connection? And I do want to thank you, Ben, for all the content for this morning's show. Currently hiding in the toilet away from the kids to watch the show. Thanks for the best bite. Hiding in the toilet. That's European, right? No American says they hide in the toilet, right? I'd be hiding in the bathroom. That's European.
Yeah, toilet, definitely.
Wash closet.
Oh, whoa. Caleb, next level. WC.
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit. Daniel, we got 2 that say, what country are you guessing? What are you going with? But you're saying he's American because he didn't say wash closet?
Yeah.
Holy shit. Daniel, we got 2 say Europe and 1 that says America. Let us know. You fucking use words and think we're not going to analyze you and judge you. That's all me and Susan and Caleb do. This is really a word show.
Experts.
Yeah. CrossFit's really about nutrition. You guys, some of you knuckleheads think it's about fucking movement. And just like some of you don't realize this show is just a word.
Damn it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, but good job, Caleb. It was valid. I thought we lost that. Wow. All right. Fair enough. Classy, Daniel. Daniel, you must be one of those poor United Kingdom people. Because if you were wealthy, you would have said water closet, toilet, ghetto rat, ghetto motherfucker. Fucking Caleb shit all up. Okay, where are we? So did we do so? Hunter Biden, yeah. So he smokes crack, gets away with it. Guns, gets away with it. I don't want to see Hunter do 15 years in jail for.
No, but it would be nice for the same accountability as all the rest of us have with our politicians. Like you couldn't get away with that shit,
right?
Like if there's videos of you smoking crack and throwing a gun in, like your ass would be in jail. Like it wouldn't,
dude. People have told me, yeah. I had my 3 Plane Brothers account pulled down because they were my boys working out with their shirts off, and I lost my other account because I had concerns about a forced injection on kids.
Yeah,
imagine if I would have had a gun.
There you go.
Okay, Kayla, Hunter should definitely do some jail time. All right, fine.
But he won't. Yeah, he won't. None of them do.
Number 10, genitalia removal by hospitals. We done any genitalia? That's always a common theme of this show. We done any genitalia removal this show yet?
How much genitalia do you have to remove before you actually change sex? Or can you ever?
Science.
I
Mutilating children for profit. California teen sues doctor over breast removal surgery at the age of 13. In Kaiser's second blockbuster trans lawsuit. Layla Jane says her puberty blockers and hormones were a medical torment. Kaiser Permanente doctors offered a trans care after minutes-long consultation. Another California teen, Chloe Cole, last month sued the same hospital.
Have you seen her page on
Chloe
Twitter?
Cole's?
Yeah.
I think I follow her on Instagram. I've asked her to come on the show, or it's her many times. And I want to get that seal on too. California teenager. Were you going to say something about her Twitter? Is it good?
Yeah, it was just very interesting.
A California teenager has started to sue the doctors who at age 13 cut off her breast in a medical gender change she now bitterly regrets in America's latest blockbuster trans lawsuit. I love that they say that, cut off her breast. It's like, yeah, just say what it is. The 18-year-old who referred to as Layla Jane says she should have never been put through the torment of testosterone hormones at the age of 12. How would you allow your kid to take testosterone at 12?
That's crazy, dude. How is that not illegal?
But they won't give TRT to people in the military because it's bad.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy. That should be like just offered up to soldiers.
Yeah.
Honestly, I keep like floating the idea around. I'm like, why can't we just do this? Like, why can't I just go get TRT? And they're like, because it's bad. I'm like, I don't think you've looked into it enough.
Yeah, but if you told them you were a chick, they would help you out.
Oh, exactly. Absolutely.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That's crazy. I never even thought of, God, I'm such a simpleton sometimes. You can be a girl and go get TRT because you want to be a boy, but if you're a boy, you can't get TRT? Isn't that
Just
sexist?
because you want it. Like, you can't get TRT just be like, oh, hey, like I'm losing my hair and I'm super fucking tired all the time and I can't sleep and I have low energy and can't work out regularly and I'm gaining weight, but they won't give you TRT.
Lose my fupa and put 2 inches on my cock.
Yeah.
But I can't do that, but you can get it and chop off your cock. This is fucking fascinating to me.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, I agree with this too, Trish. I couldn't agree. Should be putting 12-year-old girls on hormonal birth control. Seems insane to me. It's totally insane. It's totally insane.
Yeah, who considers that to be a good idea? Like, what you're supposed to be a doctor.
It's just putting that together, Sevan. Yeah, I'm slow. I'm telling you, I'm fucking slow and normal. I'm like a 97 IQ person. Nothing special about me. It just seems special because so many of you are fucked up. Like I don't wear shoes, but because I'm normal. But all you other fuckers are fucked up because you wear shoes. Like you get up in the morning, like you guys spend time on websites like buying shoes and looking at shoes and trying on shoes, and like I'm just normal and you're just not. You're just fucked up. You got issues. You have pathologies. So I just seem unnormal because you guys are so fucked up. Caller, hi.
Hey.
Hey.
So it's doctor discretion. That's kind of ideal for us, right? That's what we want, especially considering right now the DEA is going after testosterone replacement therapy, right? And teleclinics. So I haven't heard you guys talk on that behalf yet, but there is an active campaign on behalf of the DEA to shut that stuff down.
Yeah, I have been hearing about that. And I think some new laws are about to pass in a couple months, which makes me think that if you are interested in getting on testosterone, now is the time, and you should do it through California Hormones. And you should use the code word Sevan.
Yeah.
You should use the code word Sevan. You better do it now because things are going to change. But there will be people grandfathered in, maybe. I don't know. But California
We're hoping
Hormones.
so.
Say it again.
We also want those decisions for children to kind of be left up to healthcare providers and parents, right? And I'm not really.
No,
that's
I don't.
Very controversial. I'm not for it, really. It's sketchy to me.
I don't think
but
your parents
I
should
would
be able to
rather have-
put you. I don't think your parents should be able to put you on, sign you off on getting testosterone at 14 or 12 or
But
17.
I'm also, I would say I'm more a proponent for parents making that decision than the state in any regard.
Oh, of course.
And right
of
now,
course, yes.
Right now, the state can actually revoke your rights as a parent if you deny your child access to TRT, right? So
Yeah.
that's an actual thing that exists today.
Yeah.
But keep up the good work, guys. I'm going to get back to it.
Thank you.
All right, bye.
Bye. Go ahead. You're going to say something before I fucking eviscerate Mr. Chase.
So he was talking about the DEA, like getting rid of testosterone, but like trans people are now saying it's a bad thing too. So like,
I would like to team with the group of trans people who would like to look at the picture of this lady by James Factora. Did you hear what I said? Look at the picture of this lady. I looked at her and then read the name. So that's the kind of thing I would click on and investigate in my spare time. That's what I do to waste time, Chase. Okay. Sevan says people waste time looking at shoes. Well, I'm just saying that you are a tool of the man by wearing shoes all the time and thinking that they're necessary, and that you spend time looking for your shoes that you lost in your house every day, and that you go shopping and you get in your car and drive at shoes, and you search through Amazon and look at shoes, and you're preoccupied with shoes. And I bet you if we were just to add up all the time that you spend with shoes, it would be significantly more than you think. And yet they block you from all sorts of important relationships that you have with planet Earth, and their value of what they truly offer is taken from you because of you just lean on them and use them all the time. Not to mention it probably reduces your ankle flexion, which causes knee and hip issues. It's just a whole variety of just chaos. But since you are not you, Chase, but in general, people just accept what's being told to them and being force fed on them about shoes. And we've seen all the people with fucked up shoes and moose knuckles and whatever those toes are that go over each other. Okay. But talking about how he buys 3,200 sunglasses, I want you to know that I've never purchased a pair of $3,200 sunglasses. You have to understand that. And that there's a big difference between my glass collection that are all prescription glasses. Anyway, I could go on. But I just don't think it's a good comparison. You could find some shit to me that I waste my time on. Like you could be like, well, you talk about shoes and yet you spend 3 hours on here a day jabbering. then you're on to something. Talk about my glasses. That's a little too close to home. I need these to see. I know, not moose knuckle. What's that? Hammer toe. I got my hammer toe and my moose knuckle. Sorry.
Hammer toe.
You know what hammer toe is? It's like when one toe's on top of the other toe. Hammer toe.
No, that's a sight though.
Yeah, hammer toe.
So they're all smashed in shoes.
Yeah, man. LeBron's got a crazy hammer toe.
Is this a toe spacer commercial?
Oh, that's a hammer toe. I thought a hammer toe is when it was like had climbed actually on top of the other toe. God, that foot is fucked up.
It is. This is just not as severe of a deformity.
Oh,
like if you look here, like these two are kind of on top of each other.
Avi was born with a hammer toe. It went away because we didn't put shoes on him.
That's what I was gonna say. Because he's barefoot.
I don't know if that's true. And I have 30. Yeah, I have 32 pairs of $3,100 glasses. Hey, and you know what? In your defense, Chase, sometimes I take my glasses off because I'm like, and I walk around without them because like, am I just a tool of the man? Like maybe my vision's fine.
And then you walk into something and you're like, maybe I'll.
No, after a while, I get used to it. Point, Chase. Look you don't even have to beat me down, Chase. Shoes, sunglasses, shoes, sweatbands. I don't know. And I know you wouldn't buy 30. Oh, thank you. But I'd let you buy me a pair of $3,200 sunglasses. Number 12, manifest your dreams. Manifest your dreams. Oh, this is a good one. We might have to play this a couple times.
Manifest the body that you want by speaking exactly how you want to look into your water.
Big old titties!
Manifest the body that you want by speaking exactly how you want to look into your water.
Big old titties!
All right.
Hey, how cool is that girl? Not this one, the other one who did the like. Doesn't she seem cool? Like,
Yeah.
hey, she had to think that. Like, that's like just some like. That's what I love. That's my favorite part about social media.
Yeah, that's good.
I really don't like that music though. That conspiracy theory music.
I know some of those songs that are just overused and played on all those clips are so. Fuck. It's like, come on, guys.
16. Nobody's gonna say shit. How are we on time? You guys good on time?
I'll have to jump off in a couple minutes to head to the gym.
How long is a couple minutes?
Within the next like 5.
Okay, good. Here we go.
To greet someone, you could purely and simply say,
Assalamu alaikum, my niggas. What's good?
I was not expecting that.
What? You ain't, and then look at, nobody's gonna say shit. Play it one more time. No one's gonna say shit to the Diaz brothers. You shut your fucking mouth. Go ahead, play it again. Play it again.
greet someone, you could purely and simply say,
Assalamu alaikum, my niggas. What's good?
to greet someone.
Yeah, shut the fuck up, all of you. You get a big old dose of shut the fuck up. Why? Why? How come? Because he fights, because his face is all beat up, because he smokes weed, because he got a fucking hood accent. Is that why? Uh-huh. That is why, Sevan. Oh, okay.
Because he'll beat your ass if you say
Because he'll
anything.
beat your ass, because you don't care. Because he adds respect to the fucking he brings respect to it, to the vernacular. Why? All those things, Sevan. That's correct. Yeah, look at Nick Schroeder. What did he say? Yeah, that too.
Yeah, exactly. So funny.
Oh my god. Trish, he definitely has the pass. Yeah, just permanently tattooed on his neck. He can park in any spot he wants. Say anything. No one's saying nothing.
Nothing.
Assalamualaikum alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Yeah, I mean, he's so fucking good.
That's hilarious.
I don't know. I had got this Elizabeth Akinwale clip. I don't think we have enough time to do it justice. I think we have to start with it some other time. But I do want to go through the comments there and just show how defeating it is. Okay, how about this? 518. Someone sent me this. I can't tell if this is. I think Andrew Hiller sent me this. I can't tell if this is real. If this is a real TV show or not. This is a trip. This is from TikTok. It's a preview for a TV show that is coming out. It's bizarre, but here we go. Oh, TikTok has a weird unmute thing. It's at the top. Oh, maybe not. Nope, I can't hear it.
No.
Oh, let me see. Look at Caleb. You can hear like pecking at the keyboard now. What did I say this was? 518. Let me see what happens if I click it.
Oh, weird.
Can you hear it?
No.
Can you?
Yeah.
I see.
Strange.
Oh, and I can't. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Okay, let me see if I can play it.
I can hear that.
Okay, hold on. You heard mine?
Yeah.
Let me see if I can pull it up on a.
This is not fake. This is 100% real.
Okay, here we go. Okay, so Hiller sent me this, and he's like, "Hey, you might want to see this," and I was like, "Okay." So here, let's check it out.
I'm very young at heart, and I connect to younger men, especially in the bedroom.
So it looks like it's a preview for a show on TLC called I L F Manor, and it's this chick with these giant fake tits that look so fake, and they look painful, don't they? They're like it's just like those look painful, and she's saying she connects with younger men, especially in the bedroom. Okay, you got my attention.
Dating older women is awesome.
It says 16 single women, and then you heard the voice of a guy say dating younger women or older women is awesome.
You know where this is going.
Once you fall in love with someone, age is just a number.
Once you fall in love with someone, it's just a number.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go.
Mom.
And then it shows these 16 women and 16 men, and a door opens and they're facing each other, and one of the boys just goes, "Mom."
What's going on?
Incest.
Wait, the women are moms?
Oh shit. So what it looks like is these guys are in a dating show with older women, but the older women are these dudes' moms. And so like the dudes to your right and left are going to be the dudes banging your mom. I think that's the premise of the show.
Holy.
And it's called MILF Manor. That's Mothers I'd Like to Fuck Manor.
What the fuck?
No words. This is going to be a multi-part series because I have to watch this train wreck.
Oh,
Crazy.
no.
Crazy. Is that real? Does anyone know if that's real?
That's real. It looks like Tess watched the first episode and was
Oh,
too
shut
grossed
it,
out.
David. God damn it. I hate it when he does that.
Greatest country. That's Hollywood, bro.
They could not make the show if it were the other way around. Oh, if it was Dad's. Wow. 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 That's why this show, that's why this show's so great. People say the greatest shit in the comments. You think you couldn't do that? You couldn't have 40-year-old dads or with 50-year-old dads with 20-year-old girls?
No, I think Alan's right. I think there'd be this huge outrage about it, and they'd be like, "You're objectifying women," and blah 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 blah.
Wow. Oh my God, that's amazing. Kayla says it's on Discovery. Discovery Plus.
Discovery Plus.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that owned by Disney? Maybe not.
I kind of want to watch that show. If that show was R-rated, I would be so into it. I wonder if that's going to be worse than that show that Luke Parker was on. I watched that show Luke Parker was on, and I actually, in all honesty, when I saw that show, I thought, how could someone claim that they're a Christian and watch that show? Like, I'm not Christian, and that show is so below my. I don't even have values or morals, and that show, I'm still trying to figure them out at 51. And that show, for some reason, I was like, this is disgusting.
Oh yeah, because it's kind of weird because you're sitting there waiting your turn to go on your private date, and they're like, okay, and then you know that they just made out with that other dude and the two dudes before that, and then you're like, all right, I'm up.
Yeah, I'm like, am I closed-minded? What's going on? They've
that's some
really
weird fucking shit.
They've really reduced people to just garbage.
Yeah, it's bad.
But Daughters I'd Like to Fuck. Yeah, would that be the name of the show? DILF's Manor? That show's actually called MILF's Manor.
Yeah, it's crazy.
How is that okay? That's just part of our vernacular. Heidi, yes, Joseph. What's this show you're watching? MILF Manor. Joseph, you're only 6. I can't tell you what that stands for yet. Avi, yeah, I know you're 8. It means Mothers I'd Like to Fuck. Yeah, he's 8. He can hear that.
He's 8. He could choose his own gender. He can watch the show. We're good.
DILF Dungeon. Jesus criminy.
Oh shit, Tyler.
What?
Oh,
too far, Tyler. Too far.
Oh my
I was thinking DILF Diner or something.
Oh my God. Yeah, typo. DILF
Diner.
Autocorrect. Oh, Kenneth. My God. Kenneth DeLapp, I'm surprised we aren't dating animals by now. Just saying.
Wait, lady, where's she going?
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, but this motherfucker's ageless. I agree. Ain't nothing wrong with TDC. He's almost twice my age. I'd go on that show if he were on it. Yeah, I was sitting across dinner from him last night. He is fucking attractive. He'd been weed white, and he's all big and buff now.
It's on a TRT.
And he was dirty. He came in. Greg and I were already sitting down, and he came in and he was fucking filthy. He'd been driving a tractor. He just exudes man.
Yeah, that's
tractor.
Man.
He has a tractor and a weed whacker, a gas powered weed whacker. He's got all the.
Is it gas powered?
Yeah, like Husqvarna, like you're saying, still shit. Yeah, I probably got the Husqvarna tractor with the still chainsaw, and he doesn't care. He cuts poison oak and does piles of it on his. And he's a fucking millionaire. He's rich too, right? But he's still out there burning poison oak and shit.
Awesome.
And his hair's all thick and messy. No, not a gray in sight. He's a little weird. He doesn't talk much, so girls like him. He's got like that bad boy shit. Probably some PTSD. Doesn't want to leak out from killing people in the war. So he's kind of got that quiet, tough guy shit going. And then he sits down. And you know what he says? Like Greg and I have already ordered, and I love this too. This is so manly about him. He sits down, he goes, I'll just get what the waiter comes over. It's all full-blown Mexican place we eat at, right? Bartend. Everyone's Mexican in the fucking place, except for me and Greg. Dave, the waiter comes over. He's like, I get whatever they got. Like, he don't even give a fuck. Guy's like, same drink, same food. He's like, yeah, just gotta get what they get. Dude, zero fucks given, right?
That's so badass.
Which war? Though he was in the war where they, there he is. He's in the, look at me trying to sneak a picture of him. And his teeth are so fucking white, but he doesn't use whitener. They're not like stupid white. He's like normal.
What are you drinking there with that pink fruity drink?
That's a spicy watermelon margarita.
Yum.
I only had 5 of those. Which war? Whatever war. Well, yeah, all the wars. Thank you, Newts. He was just in the war. The war where he flies out in a helicopter at night and fucks your shit up, looking for Bin Laden.
Name any war in the past 20 years, and he was probably in it.
Yeah. Yes.
Then he comes back for a watermelon spicy margarita.
But he's part of the marginalized community. He's a poor Mexican guy. And it just so happens that he's tall and attractive and rich and young pussy, like in this chat, wants to fucking nail him. But yet I do think that we should let him get into college. Fuck that. Fuck those marginalized motherfuckers. I know. Fuck off. I know. Trust me. I know. Listen, it's really spicy. Oh, I hate myself.
It's really spicy though.
I hate my world. I hate it that I have a podcast and you guys see shit like that.
That was so good.
I'm done. All right. Listen, big fasting day today.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, Kenneth, I appreciate it. No one should be drinking margaritas. I'm a straight fucking ankle grabber. David's right.
Who's on the rocks though?
David's right. I'm gay as fuck.
Really
I'm out. I tap. Haley. No, let's see. We'll finish it like this. Let's see. Let's see what she's around. Here we go. She can't be the last to know. I have to tell her.
I thought Dilf Diner.
No, I just have to let her know. 36-hour fast today. Yeah. Stopped eating. I drank a margarita.
Yes.
I just need you to know, and I'm sorry I didn't tell you first. Oh, Trish says you know. Trish says you know already. I just told everyone that I'm gay as fuck, and I just didn't want you to. I only told 267 people before you, but as my wife, I just wanted you to know. Trish says you already knew.
Do you feel better now?
I feel bad that I told 267 people before you. You know what gave it away? I told them that I had it was a picture of me drinking a spicy watermelon margarita, and I was like, you know what? Fuck it. All right, cock. All right, fine.
Oh my goodness.
All right. Thank you. I just wanted you to know. Don't feel bad.
It's nothing personal.
Okay. Yeah. And I'll be out there to take the kids skateboarding very shortly. And, maybe we can bone. Maybe we could bone just to I can get my man.
Now you're trying to overcompensate.
Yeah. So I can overcompensate. Yeah.
See you late, buddy.
All right. I love you.
All right. Bye.
Bye. Fuck me.
Dude,
it was crazy spicy, bro. Bro. It was like burn your tongue hot. What's next? The nose ring.
You're gonna get one of these that makes it look like you have a Hitler mustache.
Fucking hoop. Fuck you, Trish. She knows. She don't know shit. All right. Thank you, you guys. I had a great morning with you guys, all of you. You guys are the best. I will see you guys tomorrow. Sousa's going to try to get some guests. I am a little nervous because my homeboy Greg is in town for 2 weeks, and I'm going to be doing a lot of stuff with him. I hate having guests when he's in town, but I do think I need some guests. I'm running out of shtick. Today's show is great just because Caleb and Sousa were here. Maybe the show should be called, instead of a Sunday Sevan service, it should be called Sundays with Caleb and Sousa, since it's the only days you knuckleheads can come on.
Yeah, damn these jobs.
Fucking jobs, dude.
Okay, so we don't even have anyone scheduled for tomorrow. That's great.
No, we just have one person on Wednesday.
Tomorrow we're supposed to have a Frisbee show.
Yeah, well, I don't think we've scheduled it yet.
All right. And we have we heard anything from Brian? Do we have any?
He sent us some updates and stuff like that, so I'm sure we could jump.
He has. No.
Yeah, didn't he send?
He told us there was a tournament going on this week,
but he hasn't sent us any videos,
except for the one where somebody fell off a platform.
Let me just see one. Let me just see this. If you have to go, Sousa.
All right. Adios, guys.
Okay. Bye. Let me see.
later.
Let me see. This is going to start really scaring people that I call them live on the show. You know what I mean? Let's see what's going on here with this guy. He always does that. You have to call him twice to break through his he has his phone on like some sort of like protection thing. He probably doesn't.
Do not disturb thing.
Is that what it is? Yeah. So you always have to call him twice. I might have to call him 3 times. He might not even answer if I don't call him this phone. He's not going to answer. Let's see. Let's see. Look at, yep, it's right away. Did you see how it blocked me again?
Mm-hmm.
See if we can get him. Nope. He's probably out playing. Oh, he's probably watching Frisbee right now. All right. Well, I think tomorrow there'll be a Frisbee show at night. I don't know what's going on during the day. Oh, that's a lot of Frisbee to watch tomorrow. Okay. You already burned him by bringing Tillander on. Don't call him live. Probably some good advice. Oh, here we go. Hi, you're live on the air.
Good morning.
Good morning. Did you see that other number I called you from? That was the live call-in number.
Am I actually live on the air?
You are actually. I know it's not cool to do that to you. By the way, I'm asking. I'll ask for forgiveness later. I'm just calling to get an update. Are we doing a Frisbee show tomorrow? Or are you going to start sending me Frisbee clips? Ah. Ask him if he's mad. I don't have to. He hung up. Oh my goodness. All right, guys. No, he's not mad. He's fucking livid. No, he's fine. He's a good dude. He's so pissed. I hope so. I will. That was for real. Yes. Oh, let me tell you, no one's over my shit. Don't get carried away, dude. Do not get carried away. Poor Brian. No, Brian's like anyone I call is lucky as shit. Do you not understand that? All right. I will see you guys